Morning folks, San Jacinto Trail Report from San Jacinto Peak. Today's Monday the 29th of April 2019, just after 9 o'clock, and take a scan around. See some spectacular cloud coming through over the desert divide there. Looks like maybe some evidence of some past thunderstorms over Joshua Tree. Nice cloud coming in through San Gorgonio Pass, and up behind me the sort of lifted marine layer. As I came up this morning, it was at the top of the cloud was at about 8,000 feet. It was kind of a little bit drizzly, hinting of drizzle in Idlewild, about before 6 this morning. And then now I see the clouds just around the top of Marion Mountain, maybe through the back there somewhere, and so it's now kind of around 10,000 feet, so it's rising. Be interesting to see what it's like in Idlewild when I get back, but it's probably a bit chilly on the desert divide for the PCT hikers coming through there, and on Fuller Ridge for that matter, which is very much in the cloud. Forecast is for possibility of a little bit of sort of light rain drizzle in lower mid elevations this afternoon, potentially up to about a 1/4 inch in Idlewild. The top of the peak, certainly the high country, is forecast to be above the cloud largely. That said, we did have a little bit of snow up here overnight. Barely be able to measure it. Wouldn't even make 1/8 of an inch. It was graupel, probably my favorite little type of snow. It's these sort of tiny little 1 to 4 millimeter rounded balls of snow, kind of the snow equivalent of hail. And I could see that in the snowy, cold parts of the trail above about 9,000 feet all the way here to the peak. So there was a little something, but like I say, nothing really measurable. Forecast up here right now, or weather right up here right now, is milder, significantly milder than was forecast. Just now I had just below freezing for wind chill, about -2 centigrade, and the air temperature was right around freezing, about 33 Fahrenheit, about +1 centigrade. So not much of a breeze built up yet. Humidity is only about 46%, but if that cloud that's behind me comes up and envelops the peak, then humidity's going to get up to 100%, and it's going to feel a lot colder, which was what was forecast. That only sticks around for today and first thing tomorrow morning, and then it warms back up pretty quickly during the course of tomorrow, and particularly on Wednesday, to temperatures maybe not quite as warm as last week, but at least seasonal or a little above seasonal. Meltings continued remarkably quickly. This morning I used spikes for a brief section either side of Annie's Junction, kind of from about PCT mile 181 and through until Wellman Cienega. Then I took them off again, kept them off until just above Wellman Divide at about 9,800. Maybe not needed quite there, but certainly by 10,000 feet they're useful. They're more useful on the west side, like I described last week, and in the stubborn parts of Fuller Ridge. Spoke to a lot of PCTers over the weekend, last couple of days, and spikes probably not needed until you get to Idlewild. There's still fairly significant snow patches around 174 to 178. That's around Red Tuckwitz through to Tuckwitz. The issue people described there was actually getting lost on the trail. The trail's still kind of obscured. There's lots of wandering snow tracks. Of course, the more people wander and get lost, the more snow tracks there are that go in the wrong direction, so it gets more tricky. But that's the more persistent problem than actually the snow and ice as such. So most folks seem to indicate that spikes were probably not crucial until you're heading further north from Idlewild. And on the piece for PCTers, they're still definitely recommended, and that'll probably be the case for another week or two, but certainly at some point in the first half of May they'll probably no longer be required. Again, as I always say, that depends on your experience on snow and ice and your comfort level on snow and ice. And the only other thing I wanted to mention, talking of snow and ice, about a month ago I did an ice axe self-arrest training with a second chance hiker who's become a bit of a PCT celebrity this season, and we put that on his YouTube channel about 3 days ago. That went live. So if you search second chance hiker on YouTube, it'll pop up as one of the most recent posted videos, and that's kind of a few minutes of me being serious and actually talking about ice axe arrest, and then the more entertaining part is Corey, second chance hiker, doing trying it for himself, rolling around in the snow and ice and generally laughing and screaming and having a good time, and had a lot of really positive feedback on that, and I really appreciate that. And yeah, please check it out. Hopefully folks are finding it useful. And like I say, even by San Jacinto Peak standards, it's a particularly beautiful day this morning. So, safe hiking everyone.